As a Java developer, there are times where I need to be able to install or switch between different versions of Java, as well as other programs such as Maven or Gradle. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that with a tool called SDKMAN. I'm also going to leave a link to this blog in the description for the video so you can follow along. All right, so what is SDKMAN? SDKMAN is a tool for managing parallel versions of multiple software development kits, and this is very useful for managing Java versions as well as Gradle or Maven. All right, so let's open up a terminal and run this command here, and this will install SDKMAN for you. Now for me, I already have SDKMAN installed, so it's just going to let me know that, but for you, you're just going to run through the installation process. Okay, so at the end of the installation process, it's going to let you know that you need to add this code snippet to the end of your bash RC or Z shell RC, whatever shell you're using. Now, it probably added it there for you already, but you should just make sure that it's actually there. So we're going to open up our bash RC here really fast, and we'll just go over what this is doing. Just exporting a directory for SDKMAN to use. This is where all the different versions of the software you install are going to be. And then if the init script is found, it's just going to source it. And what that's going to do for you is give you access to the actual SDK command as well as different completions, and I'll show you that later on in the video. All right, so after that, we're just going to run SDK version, and you should see something printed out, and if you see something printed out, then you know you did it right, and you can kind of continue on working with SDKMAN. All right, so if you did want to install to a custom location, so right now it's installed in .sdkman in your home directory. If you wanted to do something different, then you can export the SDKMAN dir before actually running the curl command, and then SDKMAN will use that as the directory to put all the different software in. All right, so let's go into using SDKMAN. So we're going to do SDKLS. And these are all the available candidates. So these are all the different programs and programming languages that you can install with SDKMAN. So let's kind of go down here and look at some of the more popular ones. You're probably familiar with Gradle, which is like a Java build tool. We can keep going here. Groovy, which is a programming language. It's kind of like the JVM's dynamically typed answer to Python in a way. If we keep going, you'll see Java's on the list here. This is probably the one most people are going to want to use SDKMAN for. And there's other things like Kotlin, the programming language Kotlin, Maven, and also I think Spring Boot's also on the list as well. So you can kind of go through that list and see, you know, if what you want is on the list. But likely if it's a JVM thing, then it is. All right, so now what we're going to do is just install Java. So you can just copy and paste this command here. And what it'll do is it'll just pick whatever version they use as like their stable, most recent version of Java, and it'll install it on your system. Now for me, I already have this installed, so it's just going to let me know that. All right, and what we can do to find other versions of Java that we can install is we can do SDKLS Java. Make this a little bit bigger, and you can see these are all different versions of Java that you can install. Now, the way you're going to specify the version that you want is just copy and paste this part over here, and we'll just add that to the installation. So let's take a look at how you'll do that. We can come down here, and we can do SDK install Java, and then whatever you copy and pasted earlier. Now, I already have this installed, so it's just going to tell me it's already installed, but now I have two different versions installed on my system. So now we can run SDK use. Now, because you have that init script sourced and everything should be set up correctly, you should just be able to press tab here. And I only have two different programs installed via SDKMAN on my system right now. One is Gradle, one's Java, so we'll use Java here. And then we can press tab again, and we can see we have the option to use 11 or 17. So I'll just do 11 here. And now you can see if we do Java version, we're running OpenJDK 11.0.12. Okay. Now that's how to use a specific version. If we want to default that version, so right now if I open up a new terminal, 17 might still be the default in my terminal. Then to change that, what we're going to do is just SDK default, and we'll change this here. You can just press tab and choose different ones. So we'll just set that to be 11. All right, and anytime you want to actually update SDKMAN, you can just run SDK update, and it'll handle updating SDKMAN for you. Another note here is that all of the above commands will work with other programs. So all of these commands that I just showed you, you can do that with Gradle, Maven, Groovy, Kotlin, Spark, Spring Boot, etc. Everything that you saw on the list earlier on in the video. If you want to get help, you can type, clean this up really fast, SDK help. And this will give you help for everything you can do. So we went over installing, but you can uninstall, list things. We went over use. There's configuration, all these different things. So you can just get help for these different things and figure out what they do. All right, and I just wanted to talk about some of the optional configuration that you can add. So if you go into wherever you installed it, which right now we're in that directory, so we're under .SDKMAN, you can go into Etsy and you can open up the config. Now this is the basic config, that's just the way that it is, but if you wanted to change some things, like having autocomplete available like you saw earlier with the tab, you can change that to be false if you didn't want it for whatever reason. If you don't want the color enabled, you can turn that off. So these are just some different configuration options that you can change. All right, and so that's pretty much it for actually using SDKMAN. I'm going to leave a link at the bottom of the blog post to the actual website where you can learn more about SDKMAN. And like I said, you'll be able to find this blog post over on my website. So if you just head over to my website and click on articles, filter by Java, and right now you can see SDKMAN's on there. And you can find this article right there. All right, so you can support me over on GitHub and with GitHub sponsors or on Patreon, and I will see you guys in the next video.